If you have any Christmas ornaments left over from a project from last year like I do, this is the time they're going to come in really handy. And I picked up this cauldron that sits on a base and all of these fun colored ornaments. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut a piece of cardboard. And I have put this styrofoam down in here because I need to raise my cardboard up. And then just cut a circle of cardboard and put it on top of it. I have this Dollar Tree pumpkin. Break this apart because I want to just fill in a little space before I start gluing my ornaments in. So I'm going to just start. So you're just going to glue this to the sides of your cauldron, and then you're going to glue it to the ornaments to each other. Our cauldron is almost full. It's bubbling over in some places, but I want to show you, this really gives it the look like it is bubbling over. And you're just going to hold it there for a few minutes until it sets up. It's going to be a sparkly overflow here. So I got these great little battery operated spider lights. And what I'm going to do is just tuck them down in between our bubbles, which are ornaments. And if you really want to, you could hot glue these in as well. I don't want to make them permanent if they ever quit working. And now I made sure that my last spider is right here, and the cord just comes right down along our flat cauldron. And there's enough of the cord that this is going to go on the bottom of our cauldron. So I'm going to be able to stick this right up here, and I will still be able to push the button to change the settings. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that up. This is a great bargain for a backdrop. If you want a photo backdrop or whatever, it's a shower curtain right off of Amazon. That is going to be the backdrop for my party table. I used 2 large round black tablecloths that I have because I wanted to drape this all the way to the floor. I have a couple of urns that I use a couple of times a year, and I went out and got some branches and some of those fake spider webs on the branches, and then I picked up some flowers from the grocery store and some magnolia leaves, and then I'm just going to stretch those spider webs down onto the cloth. All the colors that I used on this table are orange and purple and green. You're going to want some items elevated higher, like in the back. I took some dollar store skulls, painted them green, and then I gave them a little bit of glitter blast spray paint, and I just glued the 4 of them on the bottom of a $2.50 tray. I used dollar store cups with the skeleton hands holding them. These are stemless wine glasses, and one has guacamole and one has salsa, and I've got all kinds of my chips and my crackers right there. And I have this great idea for my charcuterie board here. Spotted this frame that I've used over and over again. It's an IKEA picture frame, and I had it hanging on the wall, and I'm like, that would make a great frame for my charcuterie board. So what I did is I cut a piece of foam core, covered it with aluminum foil, put a slate cutting board on top of that, and put it underneath it, and then I just built my board right on that. And that just gives it such an elegant and kind of a spooky look, as you can see. It's more of a grazing board. It's got all the meats and cheeses and some olive tapenade, but it's also got some veggies and fruits for people to dine on. More things to elevate. I found these little book boxes at the Dollar Tree. This one's Curses and Hex. You could use these 2 different ways if you really wanted to elevate things like this. And this is our tray full of dessert. I have brownie bites with a variety of eyes on them. Jelly bellies, which are really spider eggs. And I made little spiders out of malted milk balls and Charleston Chew rounds and Halloween cookies. And let's see, yeah, that can go up right up there. And this is a bread spider. I made spider legs with Parmesan cheese on them. These are breadsticks. And we have pizza dipping sauce there. I'm going to move this over, and then right here, you always want to make sure that you have ample plates With a spread like this, your guests are going to want to come back again and again. And add some fun and colorful napkins to the table, just like your plates. You want to make sure that there are plenty. I made my own. This is a sweet and salty mix of popcorn, pretzels. There's M&Ms, some candy corn. Continuing to dress the room, I'm going to go ahead and put some gauzy fabric over our lights back here. I've got some black bottles that I just spray painted with a black matte paint, just to add him to our tabletop. And we'll add our black bottles up here. I have a couple more skeleton hands I'm going to add. A couple snakes. I'm going to be really careful to not get this stuff in the food, but I want to add a little bit more of my spider webs to my table. I got these ornaments, so we're going to add some eyeballs to the table again. If there's glitter on them, I try and keep them away from the food. So I hope if you didn't already have some ideas for a Halloween party, that this has inspired you. And we are all set and ready to enjoy a spooky, but not too scary, Halloween party. I'm going to start this project with an 18-inch wire wreath form and a whole bunch of shopping bags. I am going to go underneath there just a little bit. I'm going to poof those, and then I'm going to take the tails and I'm going to wrap those underneath and pull them snug. And then we can trim those off later. And then we're going to fluff these little poofs out like so. Okay, show you a couple more times. We are going to go under that one and gotta poof this up. And I'm gonna pull these handles right over here and wrap them around so they are really snug. See? And I'm gonna go to work doing these all the way around. I have all of the plastic bags tucked into the wreath and I have poofed them all up. And then I'm going to take this out and spray paint it black. So there you go. Now we're just going to give this a nice coat of black spray paint. I'm going to do a nice light coat. You can't fluff it anymore. If you go to fluff any of these, you're going to expose the unpainted parts. So keep that in mind. And I have my boo words that I painted bright orange that I'm going to add. And I'm going to use E6000 and just attach them with that and let this sit for a while. And I'm going to add an orange bow, a bright orange bow down here at the bottom, and a couple other things to our wreath before we're finished. And here is our wreath all ready to decorate the front door for Halloween. So I hope you like this project. It inspires you to get started collecting those shopping bags and making a Halloween wreath like this yourself.